All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition, another episode of the Trading Room on a Thursday afternoon, a rainy Thursday afternoon to say, right? If you're in Joburg right now, you should have your coffee, your hot chocolate, and going through some charts. All right, happy to have you guys back. We've got 7 people watching us live right now. If you're joining us for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel. All right. And so just before we get started, guys, remember the information discussed in these sessions is not advice. It's very important that you note this, all right? It is not advice, so please don't take it as advice, all right? So let's get the session started. It's now 5 minutes after 2. 5 minutes after 2, we're gonna look at some charts. We're gonna do what we did obviously on Tuesday. We met on Tuesday, we went through the charts on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we had the CPI, and now it's just a normal day. And just to see what has been happening, do some updates. And yeah, so we're going to jump straight into it. I hope you guys are well. So this week has been dominated by a lot of fundamentals. Okay, so this week has been dominated by the jobs report. It has been dominated by the Middle East tension. And now yesterday, the inflation data. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy month. And so we react to whatever the markets are showing us. All right. Remember, the markets price in whatever is happening around the world. So if something is happening and then you have no knowledge of that, you will see the market reacting to it. So that is the market pricing in whatever is happening around the world. So let's get the session on the roll, guys. Let's get the session started. I'm going to be with you guys for like 40-50 minutes. And yeah, let's see what we can do in this session. All right. So as always, where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start? What are you guys looking at? Where do we start? What do you guys want us to analyze? Maybe pop it on the chat, drop it on the chat, and we'll look at it. All right. All right. So let's see what we have. Gold and USD JPY. That's where we are going to start. Now remember, guys, we stick into the same script. Nothing has changed. The direction we spoke about, nothing has changed. All right. We stick into the same script. If you look at gold, gold is still bullish. Gold is still bullish. What's happening right now is we are in a correction. Right. We are in a correction. And this is basically the correction I'm talking about, the corrective structure we're talking about. So this is what gold is doing at the moment. Structurally, it is still bullish. At the moment, it's trapped inside this correction. All right. Now, obviously, we are looking for prices to jump towards the upside. Now, possibilities here. We've got 2 possibilities. All right. There are about 2 possibilities we can get. We can see price going towards the upside from this low, meaning there's a possibility that we could get one more push down before price goes up. And there's a possibility that price can still jump up from where it is, right? So we remain bullish, but there's a possibility that we can get one more move towards the downside first before we go up, or price can continue trading towards the upside, all right? But yeah, if you look at the initial structure on gold, that remains bullish, especially since price broke out of the zone and since it is reacting from the 61.8, right? So we've got this FIP level 61.8 That is where we have a bit of accumulation that happened there. Now price broke structure towards the upside, and so we have a correction that's forming here. As long as the market does not break below this zone here, we're anticipating price to push towards the upside. So at the moment, we are stuck in this correction. There was a bit of a push this morning. We're stuck in this correction. We might get one more push down before we go up, or we could go up. So personally, I'm looking for this bullish wave. I'm looking for this bullish wave personally. All right. So that is basically how we are looking at gold, and silver is going to be similar to this. If you look at silver, let me go to silver. If you look at silver, the structure is still bullish. All right. The market also reacted from that 61.8 level of the Fibonacci. That's where we got some rejection right there. And now price is also stuck in a correction. It is also stuck in a correction here. So the correction could be complete though, right? So we're anticipating momentum to resume towards the upside here, at least back to that high, So as long as we have this situation where the market has or is trying to create a higher low on that 61.8, we're anticipating a continuation of this towards the upside. All right, so sticking to the same script, we are still bullish on gold, we are still bullish on silver. All right, and if you look at USD JPY has reached a resistance. This is the resistance we're talking about. It has reached the resistance. So on this resistance, we want to see what's going to happen on the resistance. Is price going to do this, or is it going to do this? Right? That is what we're waiting to see now. Right? It has completed this, the continuation, the C wave. So price is there now. We want to see if it will drop or if it will go up. So I think just wait a little bit on this one. There are two possibilities. Just wait a little bit on this one. If it breaks towards the upside, it's going back to that high. If it breaks towards the upside. If it rejects, we'll see how far this will go if it rejects. So yeah, so USD JPY, just these two possibilities. All right. Good afternoon. People are still jumping in. That's really good. Let's see. We've got the DXY. All right. Let's have a look at the DXY. So we've already covered gold. Let us have a look at the DXY. Let's see. Let's see if we have the DXY here. Just 1 second, guys. Let's see if we've got the DXY. There we go. So the DXY, this is how the DXY is, right? Nothing has changed on the DXY, right? Nothing has changed on the DXY. So it is trapped inside this consolidation, right? It has been consolidating since July 2025. So it's stuck in that consolidation. If you go to the weekly, you will see this consolidation here. So now it obviously comes from this low. We had a huge rejection from this low. So now from this low, it seems like price is going back to this high. I mean, within the consolidation, that is what price has been doing, right? It has pushed up from that support of the consolidation, right? It has pushed up from the support up until the resistance of the consolidation. So it came back down to the support. So now it's going back to the resistance. It's as simple as that, all right? So that is how the consolidations are. So where it is right now, we're anticipating more momentum towards the upside, right? We're anticipating that DXY is going to continue pushing up back to that resistance there, right? Back to this resistance right there. So that's basically how the DXY is looking. There could be a bit of a correction here, right? There's a possibility price could correct, but seems this one looks likely to continue towards the upside. So one more push on the DXY. One more push on the DXY, right? Which will mean a bit of dollar strength now, right? The dollar has been strong. We can see the DXY has been going up. Remember, the DXY measures the strength or the performance of the dollar across a basket of major currencies or of currencies. All right. So Euro USD has been dropping. GBP USD has been dropping. DXY has been going up. So there you have it. That is how the DXY is looking. All right. We've already gone over gold. So yeah. So gold, anticipating one more push towards the upside on gold. All right. So that is your DXY, and that is your gold. All right, let's see. Up next, we've got Nasdaq. Let's have a look at Nasdaq. All right, so we're looking for one more push to the upside on Nasdaq. All right, so Nasdaq, it has already okay, let me use the daily time frame. So Nasdaq has already tapped this low. So from this low, we're looking for a continuation towards the upside. So the possibilities here, the possibilities that we see here is that where it is right now, it might try to come back down to tap this low again before it does this, or it could just rally towards the upside from where it is. All right, so these are the two possibilities. So the bigger structure is bullish, and where price is, we can see that price is a bit of a mess. Price is messy at the moment, right? So it tapped this low. We've got this aggressive reaction towards the upside. There's a possibility that it could come back down one more time before it goes up, right? Or it could just still go up from there, right? And the reason for that is because the overall structure is still bullish. So if it comes back down, to this low one more time, there could be a nice trading opportunity around here for a buy. All right, so that is how the DXY is not the DXY, that is how Nasdaq is looking at the moment, right? We're still looking out for one more push towards the upside. And if you look at Euro USD, we need one more push down. Euro USD, we need one more push down. All right. Let me look at the daily. Yeah, Euro USD, we need one more push down according to the structure. So if you look at the 4-hour, the 1-hour time frame, so Euro USD is likely coming back down to this low, right? Because it needs to complete this push towards the downside. That is what we would say the trend at the moment, right? So one more push down is what we are looking for on Euro USD, coming back down to this low. Right, so that's basically how Euro USD is looking. And then let me see, German 30, nothing has changed on German 30, right? It has come back down to this low, so we're looking for a push up. It has come back down to this low, so we're looking for some buys around this low. This one also, just like Nasdaq, right? Just like Nasdaq, it might come back down one more time. So where it is right now, it might try to come back down one more time before it goes up, or it might go up from wherever it is. It might just do this. So there's a possibility that the market can still do something one more time. There's a possibility the market can still go down one more time. It can still go up one more time. So that's something we need to be aware of as traders. And this will help you manage your risk even better. All right, so yeah, so German 30, nothing has changed. You look at gold, all right? Gold, nothing has changed. Silver, nothing has changed. Nasdaq, nothing has changed. US 30 also, nothing has changed, all right? So US 30 also, right? We have this demand zone. We've got this demand zone on US 30. It came back to tap that demand zone, right? And then we've got this aggressive push. However, this structure has not changed. Even though it came back to tap that demand zone one more time, but the structure hasn't changed. So what does this mean? It means that it can still come back down to the demand zone. It can still come back down one more time. And from there, we will be looking for this continuation, right? At the same time, we can still get this towards the upside at the same time. All right. So yeah, so nothing has changed on, I think, all of these pairs, nothing has changed. So German 30, we're looking for more upside. And yeah, so that is your German 30, Euro USD, as well as NASDAQ, all right. Yeah, definitely. Let me see, NZD USD, same thing, nothing has changed. Yes, NZD USD, you look at NZD USD, right? It is still correcting. I'm going to go to the weekly here. So NZD USD, we spoke about the possibilities of this coming back down to this zone, all right, on NZD USD. And you will remember that this zone is where the 61.8 is of the Fibonacci, right? It's basically the area where the 61.8 is. And the market has gone back down to that, all right? So we are looking for a higher low. If we can get a higher low, around the zone, around the zone, then we could look forward to this move towards the upside. That's a continuation, basically, all right? So we're looking for a higher low around the zone so we can then get that push towards the upside, all right? On the lower time frames, I'm going to track this on the daily, because on the lower time frames, we need one more push down according to the structure, right? According to the structure, we need one more push towards the downside before the structure completes. So there might be people who are interested to trade this move down, but we need one more push down before we can then look for this. So I could say that for the remainder of this week, we could see NZD USD completing this structure before we start to look for upside on this. So yeah, so NZD USD, this is how it's looking. So in fact, if you look at the dollar, the US dollar quoted pairs like GBP USD, right? Like your GBP USD and the rest, the dollar quoted pairs, you'll find that we need one more push down. You look at GBP USD at the moment, right? Simple analysis. So there's a huge possibility we're going to see GBP USD coming back down to this low here, coming back down to this structure, right? I mean, it broke this one. So the next one it could be attracted to is this one, all right? So if you look at the lower time frames now, just to get a sense of what the trend is doing, we need one more push down on this one before it completes. One more push down back to this low, and maybe it could go back to that low there, right? So this one more push down. So now, if a pattern forms, you see, as it is right now, it's a complete pattern. As it is right now, this is the pattern. It is a complete pattern, all right? This is one of the corrective patterns in trading. It's just like this one here. You've got your flags and then you've got your flats. This is just one of them. So you see how it is right now. The correction is done, is complete. So we should be getting one more push according to the structure, according to the formation. All right. So now what can also happen is that price, and this is something that tends to happen as well, is that before price goes down, you see this high here, that high. Before price goes down, the market might try to trick us and go back to this high before it does this. Right? So this would be an expansion now. If price goes up one more time to that high, it would probably break that high. If price was to go up one more time, it's going to go up to that high and it would expand the structure, right? But at the same time, the structure is done. So we are anticipating one more push towards the downside. So yeah, so it's either there is going to be a trading opportunity somewhere here or up there. We'll just see, right? Yeah, so these dollar quoted pairs, they need one more push down, one more push down, one more push down. All right, so that is basically GBP USD. All right, so just to go through a bit of update for you guys, right? GBP JPY broke as predicted. GBP JPY broke as predicted towards the upside. And then on Tuesday, we said that, it's most likely going to break this high, right? Most likely going to break this high and give us a new high. So now what we're waiting for now is that we are looking for a correction. We're looking for price to correct and for price to continue towards the upside. That is what we're looking for now. So the correction might have started, right? And in terms of the correction, it might be similar to this one, right? That correction could be similar to this one. So yeah, so we're just looking for a higher low, a correction, and one more push towards the upside, right? That is GBP JPY. And then we also spoke about Euro JPY. Now Euro JPY is still stuck in this, right? Still stuck in this. Nothing much is happening. So it's either this one is going to break down or it's going to break up. Yeah, it's either it's going to break down, it's going to break up, because in between, there's nothing solid in between, all right? So it's either this is going to break up or break down. So we just need to wait. Similar to what GBP JPY did. Similar to this. All right, you guys will remember that we looked at those possibilities. Just like this. We looked at those possibilities, all right? So Euro JPY is also doing that. If you look at Euro GBP went down as forecasted. So what you guys will notice, right? The direction we've been talking about, you guys should be in hectic profits, in hectic profits. If you followed not all of these setups, but some of them, right? So Euro Pound, we spoke about Euro Pound going down, all right? We spoke about Euro Pound coming back down to this low. If it breaks that structure, it's coming back down to the structure there, right? And then obviously, we went through the analysis. You guys can revert back to the analysis, all right? So now, what can we expect now on this one? So this is what we see now, all right? We're anticipating Euro Pound to give us this move down up until this low. Up until this low, all right? Up until this low. You will notice on the weekly time frame, the market has just been creating a structure of lower lows and lower highs. So there was a time where it was correcting here, right? It broke, it went down, right? So now we are seeing the same thing now. We are seeing this correction, which it could have broken or it might just break. And now we're looking for one more push down, right? Because this structure remains bearish. This structure just remains bearish there. All right. So yeah, so Euro Pound, we're looking at this wave towards the downside. This wave towards the downside. Yeah, just like this. Right? So the next thing it should break is this now. The next thing it should break is this. So if it can just break below this, probably give us a retest, and now we continue towards the upside. Many of you guys might see a head and shoulder here, right? Which is okay. I mean, it's a head and shoulder. So we just need a break, give us a retest, and then we will apply the setups to look for one more push down. One more push down. All right. CAD JPY. I've been very vocal about CAD JPY. Very, very, very vocal about CAD. And it's going along with the analysis. All right. So this move up is not finished. It's not where the market is right now. It has not completed this move. And I remember we went to the lower time frames. We spoke about how simple this trend is. How simple this trend is. There was a trading opportunity, in fact, right, for this move. Anyway, so let's go back, right? So a couple of things to watch out for, right? We are still looking for the market to continue pushing up until that high. But you see this support here, this resistance turning to support. There's a possibility price could retest this before it goes up, right? If it does so, then we're going to look for a higher low for one more push towards the upside. You see that? So if it doesn't do that, then it would probably give us a different setup altogether, right? But I would love for this to come back down, retest this area. Yeah, to retest this zone before it goes up. This is the setup that I would definitely look at. Yeah, about 400 pips to the, yeah, definitely. This would be something I would definitely look at. All right, so CAD JPY, we've been following this one week in, week out. Week in, week out. You look at NZD JPY as well. So these have been good setups. You look at NZD JPY, where structurally this move you see towards the upside is not complete, right? According to this whole formation and structure, let me go to the monthly. According to the monthly structure, which is this one here, I'm going to draw my Fibonacci, right? I'm going to take my Fibonacci, draw it as such here. So with the Fibonacci, you see how price has come back to the 50, right? Didn't really exactly tap the 50, but it came back to the 50. So what is this? This is a higher low. That's a higher low. So we already formed a higher low. So where are we going now? We are going back to this high. It's a simple continuation. We are going back to that high, right? So now, so hence I'm saying that this move is not done. This move is incomplete. So what are we seeing at the moment? Let me just take this out. What are we seeing at the moment? We are seeing the following, all right? Let me see. Okay, cool. So now two things we can look out for. So remember, we're looking for this to go up to that high, right? We're looking for the market to continue going up. So we could get a correction here. So before NZD JPY rallies to the upside, we could see one more push down to come back to this low, one more push down before the market goes up. Now, the reason for this possibility is that it could easily create a correction. You see that? So if it's going to give us this, it's because of this pattern here. We could get one more push down before the market goes up. At the same time, the market might just continue going up from there and not give us this and not give us that, right? We could still get a continuation. So if sometime next week you see the market going down, it is creating this formation where it is completing the last wave, giving us a new low before it goes up. Then we're going to look at this possibility. Right? It is similar to this, guys. it is similar to this here, where you see how the market went down and then it went back to this low. Why was this? Because of what I'm showing you now, this formation. This formation. This is a pattern, all right? I'm not going to get too deep into it, but this is a pattern. So the market would do this, give us a new low, and then go up again one more time. So you would see that these are identical. These are identical. So let's see if it's going to do the same thing. Let's see if it's going to do the same thing. All right. So NZD JPY, one more push towards the upside, anticipating that. Getting a muted reaction again from the news that just came out. Yeah, the unemployment claims is not the greatest of news. It's not the greatest of news, unemployment claims. Right. I even forgot about it. I even forgot about it. Okay, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all cool. All right. So let's go through some more updates. Let's go through some more updates. Pound CAD. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's Pound CAD or Euro CAD. Between the two, we spoke about Euro CAD and Pound CAD. Okay, let's start with Pound CAD. Now, Pound CAD, we could get, or rather, let me put it this way: we're anticipating one more push up on Pound CAD, right? Before we go down. We're anticipating one more push before we go down. So yeah, so we are focusing on this move on Pound CAD. And this move would take us back to this high. Would take us back to that high, right? I mean, it's still very much bearish, but where the market is, we're looking for one more push up before it goes down. So it needs to break this channel. Right, if it breaks this channel, then we are going back to this high. We are going back to this high if it breaks this channel. If not, then it could give us something different, but we're anticipating one more push up. Euro CAD is still bearish, right? Still bearish. I mean, there's nothing much to do as yet on this one. It's still very much bearish. Look at the weekly candle. The weekly candle, even from the gap, is still extremely bearish. So yeah, so at the moment, there's nothing more to do. So the ideal situation here would be to look for, to get a correction. If we can get a correction, then we know this is going to drop one more time, if we can get a correction. But we don't have a correction at the moment, so we just need to wait. We just need to wait. Pound Swiss. I think Pound Swiss completed the setup. Yeah, Pound Swiss completed this setup we spoke about. This was the setup here. This was the setup. So when we spoke about Pound Swiss, we said it's coming back down to this low. So it completed the setup. Now from this low, it is on the support now, right? So from this low, personally, I don't have enough confirmation enough setup. So from this low, it's either we're gonna go up or we're gonna go down here, right? So these are the two possibilities because the market is on this low there. But the previous setup was this one. It went all the way down. So let's see what's gonna happen there, right? Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? I mean, price is doing nothing much at the moment. Yeah, price is doing nothing much at the moment. So yeah, so just look for your setups, get your confirmation, and let's see what's going to happen. Either we're going to go up or we're going to go down one more time. One more time. You see how it is? That is Pound Swiss. That is Pound Swiss. All right. So the updates, guys, these are the updates. The market is moving. So gold, nothing has changed on gold. Nothing has changed on silver. So yeah, so we're still looking for more upside on these ones. They might take time. Gold might take a bit of time because gold, whenever gold is clear with the direction, it tends to play around. It tends to play around whenever it's very clear with the direction. So you see how the direction is clear right now. It's going to try and play around. That is how gold tends to do at times. Not every single time, but I would say the majority of the time. So yeah, so just give it a bit of time. Just be patient with this one. And yeah, whenever it moves, it will move. Whenever it moves, it will move. All right. Did I miss anything, guys? I think we went over the pairs we spoke about. Did I miss anything? Maybe you guys let me know in the chat. All right, I don't think I missed anything. All right, so let's keep an eye. Let's keep an eye on these setups. We're sticking to the same script. The market is moving. So as long as your direction is on the higher time frames, you're simply gonna follow it. So we used the weekly time frames for the direction so that we stick to the same direction. All right, like gold, the initial analysis was done on the weekly time frame. So I think the weekly and the daily. So if you take a look at the weekly and the daily, the structure is still bullish, right? Unless of course something drastic happens, unless there's a huge fundamental, it shifts gold towards the downside long term, unless that happens. But as it is at the moment, as long as the structure remains bullish on the higher time frames, we go with it, right? So all of these analyses were done on the higher time frames. That's why each and every week we look at the same direction. You look at your CAD JPY, it was done on the weekly time frame, right? We still stick to the same script. So let's see what's going to happen, guys. All right, let's see what's going to happen, but we're quite confident of these movements, and then we'll provide you guys with updates. All right, yeah, we're quite confident in terms of what's happening fundamentally. We spoke about that on yesterday's session. Same thing is happening. I mean, the war is still ongoing. So a lot of markets are looking at the Middle East tension. They are looking at what US oil is gonna do. All right, let me go to US oil. The markets are looking at US oil, what it's gonna do. All right, it is still pushing towards the upside. So let me just see. Okay, so if you take a look at this now, this is US oil. All right, obviously it closed the gap, it created this structure there, it went down, it closed the gap, and it reversed on the 61.8 of the Fibonacci. So if you take the Fibonacci, this is where this reaction here took place. It's on the 61.8 of the Fibonacci. So definitely there is a lot of demand on gold around this zone. All right, so now gold to us remains bullish. What is happening at the moment is just structure being structure. It's just structure being structure. All right, so let us do this. All right, so short term US oil could go back to this high. Short term US oil could go back to, I think it's about 98. Yeah, $98 per barrel short term, right? And if it breaks 98, then definitely we're going back to the high. So this is how it's looking at the moment, right? So there's a correction that's forming. There's a correction that's forming there, obviously retesting the structure, but we're still anticipating 98, for it to reach 98. If it breaks 98, definitely gonna continue higher. All right. So yeah, so there's a lot of demand on oil as well. Keep an eye on that. And let's see what's gonna happen for the remainder of this week, guys. Great setups, great opportunity. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel and we'll catch you guys back again next week. All right. Keep an eye on the opening bell, the crypto decrypted tomorrow, and that's it for the week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign out. TD Markets Academy, TD Markets. I'm going to sign out. TD Markets Exchange, live from Joburg. Hope you guys are having a warm afternoon. And that's it from my side. Enjoy, cheers, and good luck.